take a shot at me, running side by side. It's a blur as I go by. I can hear you breathing, I can see you coming, I can feel the wind that's blowing me around. See the sun rising, fire in the sky. Greatness thrusts itself into our lives.
Hello everybody and welcome to the explanation of the characters thing. I haven't really come up with a whole title for it yet. I'll probably come up with something in the title. Editing shit.
That's correct, that's all gonna be canon.
No, it's not. But anyway,
Yes, it is.
for this one we are going to explain two characters, since they are kind of a partner team up. It is my character, Zensho Lee, and the Hyper's character, Hyper Super Saiyan, that's his transformation name, Blue.
Which is overpowered.
Kinda. I mean, we both kind of have overpowered traits anyway.
But they're not, but they can't beat characters like Super Saiyan, God Goku, or Super Saiyan Blue.
Mm.
They can rival God, but not Blue.
Oh, fuck you, Kava.
So, which character you want to start off talking about, yours or?
Let's start with mine since he has like a lot of backstory shit. So Zensho belongs to a village where it's kind of like a, how can I explain it? It's basically a village where they take away one sense to help heighten up the others. Like you take away hearing and you can see, smell, and stuff better. But like say if you take away seeing, you won't be able to, it's going to be kind of hard to tell with shit around you. So you gotta work on your sense of awareness. And if you take away hearing, you won't be able to really tell if anybody comes up behind you. So, you know, like there are some debugs. And there's also a thing like where you can take away pain and shit. But that will end up leading to like, you know, basically you won't be able to tell if you got any serious injuries or not.
How about I do the fighting while you talk? So it's
Okay.
easier to speed it up on your character.
I'll just throw a couple blue balls every now and then. And their leader has like this one transformation that where basically it restores all your senses that you lose, and there's what happens after that, Hyper? Oh yeah, it basically increases your senses and your power, like, and your body's strength to, you know, be able to adapt to it more easier. Other than because, you know, just getting a random burst of strength and all your senses would be kind of overwhelming. And it has a maximum of, what was it? 9? Yeah, it was 9.
It was about 9 or 8.
It was either 8 or 9, either or. But yeah, but basically once it reaches that limit, you can't try and go any higher, otherwise it'll make your body instantly die. And once you reach up to the final part of the transformation, it will basically kill you. Like even if you turn it off right after and shit, or like do a wish on the Dragon Balls, it basically breaks down your entire body and burns it right up. You'll die. There's no getting out of it. Oh yeah. Hyper, I'm gonna use Vegeta as a comparison for this, you know, since just because I want to. Let's say that Zensho is in his base transformation. Like, you know, just average, he goes up to the ×1 transformation. Oh yeah, by the way, the aura for it is a slight orange, and the orange gets stronger and stronger as you go up in the transformation. And so, like, say him and like Zensho and Vegeta are on even turns in base, with him in his first transformation and Vegeta and like some other thing. Once he starts going up in the transformations, eventually he will start seeing, like, his reflexes and everything else will get a lot stronger and shit. So like he'll basically, things will look like they're slowing down around him. Then, oh yeah, I forgot to say the multiplier for each transformation. It's basically a 40 stack on each. Like first is 40, second goes up to 80, and 38, and you know, so on and so forth. But, oh yeah, there's also another thing where like the transformation is like, it switches between a strength and a speed boost. Like so first you get a strength boost, second you get a speed boost first, and then next strength, speed, strength, speed. But Hyper, what were the other things like that was supposed to be like for the body? Like, you know, warning of timeouts?
It can kill you. Did you already say that?
Yeah, I know. The last transformation will kill you, like, no matter what. But, there was something else.
I really don't remember that much about it.
Oh, wait. I remember. It was something like... It will start shriveling up your muscles, because... Yeah, I remember now. It takes up moisture in your body.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, like, a little warning that you're running out of time and you're running low on energy and crap like that is your body will start shriveling up. Like, what's a good comparison?
Wait, like from another show?
No, I mean like, you know, for something that would be shriveling up your body. Or something that just looks like it shrivels up after it dries out. Kinda like how a sponge, it looks like, you know, super plump and all juicy. Well, not juicy, but, you know, it's all plump, full of water, but then if you leave it out in the sun, it's like a dry, crusty sponge thing.
You could also do references to like how some flowers and stuff are.
I haven't really come up with a whole name for the transformation yet. I was thinking something like something to do with harmony thing. Oh yeah, there is one rule in the clan though with the senses. You can't try and restore your senses, and only the leaders can, and like leader in training can learn the transformation. Zensho currently has the beta version. Okay, that covers like Zensho's thing. So Hyper, you remember what your guys' special thing is?
Yeah, I remember everything about my character.
Okay, you can go about explaining yours.
Let me start with backstory. Okay, so my character is probably usually one of the most OP characters in the series from the start.
At least, yeah, he's like one of the strongest, but, you know, you also got that thing where it's over time and shit.
Yeah, so basically, let me explain how he actually became the king. Because in his universe, he was actually the king of all the sands in his universe. So originally, he actually started off from a road, like road sands and stuff that didn't follow the original king, and he actually was part of them. So since his family was, you know, of course, part of those groups of sands, they actually wanted to overthrow that king so they can actually make a better place to live for and fight for. And his group was not really good per se, it was more evil in a way, but he was just that one exception as he learned to realize the truth, because he's actually the one that killed the original king of all the sands, and that's how he actually became this king. But over his time, he actually learned a new ability that he had, and basically over time, his body will get stronger by literally doing jack shit.
Yeah.
And
I guess in a sense you could kind of say it's like Broly's thing, but you like quite literally have to do nothing.
And the reason why he got this ability was just because he had a love for fighting, and his body literally can't wait till the next fight, and he never wants to underestimate his enemy, so his body kind of stores up all this power inside his body until that fight comes. Eventually, he did end up getting married. He had 2 kids, and we'll show both of them off. He has 1 daughter and a son. His wife sadly did die though.
Yeah.
Because his dick was too powerful. Well, anyway.
Okay, I don't think they want to hear about that.
There's some weirdo that one hear that. Well, anyway, his daughter's name is Wendy, and his son's name is Dora. His transformation is called Hyper Super Saiyan. Just like how Thomas mentioned at the beginning. Hyper Super Saiyan essentially is like, kind of like a demigod form. It's not a god state, but it's a demigod state. It does give him, like a mixture of regular and god ki. Also, like I said before, in his form, he will be on par with probably, I would give, would you say Resurrection F Super Saiyan Blue Goku, or would you say just regular Super Saiyan God?
We could put it in between those.
Yeah, so sometime in between that.
Hey, time patrollers.
These two.
Actually, I don't think we have enough time to deal with them, actually.
Okay, let's go. So he'll be somewhere in between those two forms if he actually were to fight Goku. So he's not so overpowered that he can basically.
I mean, you could have a chance at pretty much, you know, dealing some serious damage on it if you were to wait a couple days or months or something.
Sadly, due to him not being pure heart, he can't learn Kai techniques. Although if you bribe him enough money, he'll basically be an assassin. That's only if you bribe him, though. So that would show that that also shows that he's not a hero.
Oh yeah, we gotta mention something else. We're both Zensho is from Universe 4 and Hyper's character is from Universe 5.
Yeah, so
we're separate universes, but we managed to help each other out with you know, the events of Xenoverse 1 towards the end, like where you got that scroll shit. That's how we're both so old in Xenoverse 2 and shit, because we got some kind of chrono disease. I think I actually came up with a good name for it, Hyper. What was it? Chrono acceleration?
Yeah, chrono acceleration disease.
Yeah, where basically we age faster. Zensho ages really fast, while Hyper's character just goes like a normal human's. Since, you know, Saiyans live longer and shit.
Yeah, so their body can keep on fighting. I don't like how Nick keeps coming for me.
How old is Zensho right now? I think he's in his 70s.
Yeah.
And about, he's actually, I think I wanted him to die something like either with the transformation or just by old age in like a couple years.
Well, Hyper, he would also be around the same age as Zensho, but due to
and also the reason why we're not gonna do a Dragon Ball and just have a bunch of Dragon Balls in is because I just don't want to, honestly, because, you know, that's a major plot device that they just use in Dragon Ball, and I feel like it'd be kind of cheap just to use it too in this. Like, we'll only use, I have one idea, but it's only gonna be like a season finale type of use of it. So there's no way that, you know, Zensho can just wish for, like, I wish to be young again. And all that.
But the way that these two characters actually met was actually by the events of Universe 1, like you said. But it kind of played out in a way differently.
There we go, and we're back again.
Okay. So let me tell you how the Universe 1 events played out for just Hyper. So while Hyper was ruling over his kingdom and the timelines were being messed up, Trunks actually went to Hyper for help in his universe to restore the timeline. Because Hyper was the strongest one out amongst all the Saiyans, and he was the strongest person in the
well, at
universe.
least in that universe. Because remember, we don't really know the full range, at least in Dragon Ball Super's terms of Universe 10s and all that.
Yeah, so he was the strongest person at the time to do so. So that's how Hyper eventually played out the events of Universe 1, kind of the same. And then eventually it was such a time hazard with the Migra that it was kind of messing up a lot of the universes in a way, in the timelines of universes.
I mean, honestly, we could just say Kanton is kind of like in a different realm of itself, like not really in any specific universe.
Yeah.
So we could just say we both had jobs there.
So anyway, while Hyper just happened to have been fighting there, Zensho was working in the city of Tokitoki before it became Tauntaun. And he was also very powerful and decided to help try to fix the timeline. And he actually helped me take down the Migra. Help Hyper take down the Migra.
Mm-hmm.
So that's essentially how they end up meeting. And they eventually came in communication because Hyper was actually very interested in how Zensho was able to fight blind.
Yeah. And I guess somehow old age made you super racist.
What? You got a problem with that?
Yes. A little bit.
Because
Mostly because YouTube will probably get on my ass for it.
Wait, what kind of racism are we talking about? Are we talking about the fact how I always look around Hyper saying that he hates disabled or blind people?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, you forgot to mention how Zensho actually has his own family too.
Oh yeah, Zensho has a family. It's a daughter and wife. They live in the village. The wife lost her taste. That's, you know, how she's not that good of a cook in the anime. You know, like a little joke right there. And the daughter, she lost. What'd she lose? I think her sense of smell.
Maybe.
And it doesn't really matter which sense, because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to introduce them, since we don't have any female voice actors.
Let me tell you what the bad part for your daughter is since she lost her sense of smell.
I swear to God, if you say some weird joke.
She can't do any humming and breathing.
Okay, no, we are not putting in a motherfucking JoJo reference. Anyway, can you help me kill Frost here? He's a douche.
Yeah, I'm coming with a Divine Lasso then. Yeah, that's essentially how those two characters met.
Nah, fuck it. Death Slicer.
So anyway, what should we talk about next for the characters?
Well, let's see, we already covered backstory and special traits. How about how the comic found them? Like, you know, how we kind of originally followed up and shit, rather than just how it happened in the thing.
Okay. Should I explain how
I think for Zensho, it was just like, the reason why Zensho joined is, he heard about the whole time chamber and figured, oh yeah, we should explain how the time chamber thingy works. However, you know, like that artificial time chamber that was made for it.
Oh yeah, you should,
it was supposed to be something like, you basically can add fighters in, you know, for training purposes, and you could slow down the time flow in it. So like, you know, it could be like 5 minutes with Frieza in it.
So 10 hours.
But you can make it even slower. So that way, you know, you don't waste years upon years, and, you know, Zensho doesn't really have a lot of years left since he's 70 when he was 20 back in Xenoverse 1.
And while Hyper is also 70, he just looks like he's in his 50s.
Yep. So, oh yeah, you can adjust the power levels and crap. So that way you don't just... Oh yeah, we were going to put one pun in it, like our Zensho's training, and like your character just stumbles by and you just adjust the power levels just to keep going higher and higher.
Oh yeah. Also, Zensho can't use his powers in like a time stop room since he can't sense anything or skip.
Yeah, since there's no like there's not that good airflow in it, so you know.
So let's just say Hyper is a dickhead and takes out all the airflow to make it seem like a time skip chamber. So Zensho basically fucked up. Yeah, Hyper is basically the biggest.
Yeah, because you know, no airflow, no really sound vacuum, and where am I? What's going on? What the fuck?
See, Hyper is basically.
So Zensho basically just joins so that way he can get stronger and be able to master his. Well, it's not. You can't really master it, I guess. You can just only extend the time limit you can hold it out in, like for his transformation.
Hyper actually doesn't join.
Yeah, he's more like the guy. Yeah, but since we don't have any female voice actors and you can't do a female voice,
his son's also gonna join.
Yeah. I guess you could kind of say that they're just there for some training too. Either that or just to help out. Um, but Hyper does show up on it eventually because needs some extra muscle and help.
To
We're
be
just
honest, we
making
don't
a
really
bunch of
have any
ghosts.
plans. To be honest, we didn't really have any plans for Hyper dying at this point for now.
I mean,
probably
actually, I
wouldn't
did
see
come
it.
up with one way, but it's kind of gruesome.
Yeah.
Basically,
Nobody can
Nisokin would have, the Hisoka-looking guy. He was going to do something like, here, I'm gonna throw a notebook. He was gonna do something maybe like mind control Wendy and your son. They attack you, and then he would show up behind all three of you and just stab you in the backs. I was thinking something like that, or chop off their heads and then chop yours off in grief, or something like that.
Like I was saying, we have no plans for Hyper dying.
That's just like a rough draft, Hyper. It's just something I came up with actually right on the spot.
Oh, we have no plans for Hyper dying.
Whatever. So what would be Hyper's reason for helping out?
Just because his kids are in it. That's literally it.
Yeah. And also the reason why everybody's not like, the whole team's not constantly together is some are stationed around different universes. Because, Comic, he doesn't just take over a planet and leave it alone like Frieza does. He actually tries to build a better economy there, help out with any resource problems and stuff like that.
Okay, so just to even further the fact that that kind of proves Hyper is not a good guy. Basically,
Well, he's not
you
a
can
bad guy
imagine
either.
him- But he's not a bad guy, but he's not good. So basically, just picture this scene when let me think, really good example. When Comic first met Hyper, basically imagine like the first scene of JoJo in the intro, where you saw DL literally holding like a skull, I think it was, Thomas, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was basically holding a skull, smiling, looking down about whoever was coming over there. Kind of like an evil-looking scenario. That's kind of how Comic, when he first saw it, basically sitting there.
Wait, how was it? Because honestly, I can barely remember JoJo Hyper because, every episode feels like it's an hour long.
It's basically, it's basically Hyper sitting down on his throne. He has both his kids next to him, all these guards in there. Little things different from DL. But, he basically was doing the same exact pose DL did in the intro.
Oh yeah, and Comic also gives upgrades to the people who join him and stuff. Like I think for Zensho he gives him something kind of like hearing aids, so that way he can hear a bit farther and shit, and pick up on small noises. Cause can't see, it's gonna be kind of hard to tell if anything goes behind him and shit, or in front of him in general. But Zensho did come up with a way to counter that, because, Hyper, what was it? He made, like, some kind of, like how Hunter x Hunter works with that one thing, they can basically force out their aura and it works as, like, a detection field.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He kind of made something like that.
So Gon can do that. Just you must think like how Gon can do that to see Hisoka's men string.
Well, no, I think that's Gyo. Or N.
Oh, and never mind. Yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
But also when Zensho goes up to like the maximized transformation, because that's how he's able to get his reflexes so fast, Hyper, to be able to react to anything before it hits him.
Yeah.
Basically once he goes up to the transformation, he can extend that field, and basically once he goes up to the final form, he can make it as big as a planet. Or a small moon.
So in a way, kind of like logs are running.
Yeah. It's gonna hurt a lot if he tries to make it go up to planet size though.
Yeah. Logs can only be as big as like I think a city, I think.
Oh yeah, and since it does take up moisture, the reason the moisture will keep on increasing once you go up in higher levels, right? To the point where it will drain not only both your moisture in your body, but your blood. So basically, oh yeah, the reason why you die in it, Hyper, how should we make it how he dies in it? Like, like how it makes him die. We could just say it drains the blood from the heart at too fast a rate, and,
yeah,
and the heart just fails.
Yeah, heart failure basically from all the blood loss.
It's also excruciatingly painful. Of course, you know, you kind of already get that from the whole fact of draining blood from the heart.
I did divine lasso backwards.
Nice.
And it actually connected to like the little spikes from it were actually going backwards.
Cool.
Well anyway.
So anything else? Like for your character or my character?
My character has an evil form of himself.
Yeah, I think we kind of made it like it was supposed to be a clone of you. That, you know,
Yeah.
Diana made the scientist for it. And it kind of got fucked over.
Yeah, he was escaped and eventually went to Hisoka.
Nisoken.
Hisoka.
Nisoken. He's Nisoken!
Hisoka.
No.
I'm sorry, I can't. It was something about Hunter x Hunter, and then you were referencing like Hisoka and shit, and I had to just. I'm sorry.
We could just say that Nisoken broke in and basically fucked with the programming, making him thinking he's a, you know, ally to him.
Yeah. I think you should save the clip so you know nothing skips over.
Yeah, okay. It's starting. And we're back.
Okay, so. Okay, we're going to talk about how powerful the transformation is compared to a character in Dragon Ball Super.
Wait, didn't we kind of just do that when I said, like, you know, me versus Vegeta?
Yeah, but let's. But you would be. I don't remember what you was talking about when we were talking about Vegeta.
I was using him as an example.
Basically, I'll use actually a Goku as an example this time. I will compare it to. Because I will compare it to like around maybe Super Saiyan Blue Goku during Universe 6 vs. Universe 7 tournament. And I'm actually kind of including the Kaioken, but this is the thing. Only because Zensho's power level will be that increasingly high. If a person is durable enough to actually survive it, because the higher Zensho goes into form, and he's only, by the way, he's only like around the Kaioken Blue level when he maximizes the form out to his full potential.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's like that, doesn't he only last for like around 30 seconds in that thing?
Well, if he can, yeah, that's how much he can currently hold it at. Because,
Yeah, so
you know, I
let's
think
say
we
if someone
remove, like, it used to be like having a time limit on it, like around 1 to 2 minutes. But then we just changed that to like how much, like, you know, how strong he is how long he can hold it. And shit.
Yeah, so anyway, if that person can actually survive, it's not going to like last for no like whole hour, because his body
Well, the
won't be able
base
to
one
hold
could
it.
probably, he could probably hold that one up too.
Yeah, the base one he could probably hold on for like a one time, but the final stage of it, like all he has is max power. He's not lasting for an hour. He's probably only going to last for probably a couple minutes. And most likely the person, and he fights someone like that, they're probably not most likely, but if it's like a powerful villain, like let's say if he fought Hyper and went max power, Hyper could survive probably almost the whole thing, don't you think, Thomas?
I think he could survive out to the 7th one and be pushed to his limits, but once it goes up to the 9th, it's gonna be kind of hard to combat it. Because remember, Hyper, the reflexes are increased and the thing's basically like a small moon. So you moving your, like twitching your finger, he would probably notice it.
True. But still, if the person actually manages to survive the ×9,
oh yeah, we did, wait, we also forgot to mention that you did get some kind of upgrade when you joined Comics Alliance kind of thing. You got some kind of, like, glove thingies that basically store up your energy. You know, so we can pull off multiple punches. Because remember, like, once you release one punch, you kind of release all that energy you had stored up.
Basically, like one for all.
Yeah, but only you don't break your arms immediately after you do it.
Actually, that reminds me of one time I saw this one meme. You know what's fun about when they always, you know what's fun that one random fish will shout "my leg."
Oh yes, it's Deku going, "My arm."
No, when Deku jumped up in the air to punch that robot and you saw like his legs broken, it was like "my leg."
Oh, no, that's funny. But anyway, let's get back to the video part.
Okay, I didn't mention that.
So strong.
I think once this is just something that's in the works. Like we haven't completely decided on it yet. But like up to the 8th form, it would be like a total of 100, not 100, 320. Because 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40. I'm thinking once it gets up to the 8th form and goes to the 9th form, we'll have it multiplied by 2 from that. So like up to 640.
Yeah, but like I was saying, whoever survives that form, well, basically like how Piccolo's looking right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if they do survive, they'll be beaten up extremely badly, but they'll be able to kill Zensho.
Yeah, because well, it doesn't matter either way if you beat him or not, because remember he dies either way.
Exactly. So
I also have Final Kamehameha Hyper.
They're most likely not going to do that because it's a last resort type thing.
I mean, he only does it against Nisoken, because he kind of does a thing on him. Nisoken basically deals with mental type kind of shit. So like, he does something to fuck with Zensho's mind, and it causes him to like. However, how in some animes they have that weird thing that's called like a mental limiter. Like makes you not want to go all out and stuff like that. I got another 4-star Dragon Ball. Are you kidding me? Basically, he removes it to like force Zensho's body to like quite literally go forced into the 9th one. So like he has no choice in it. That's what was going to be on the episode on the weekend, I think.
I'm going to do a really short parallel quest because we barely have anything else to talk about now.
Yeah.
Let me think about something. I think we pretty much basically covered everything about these two characters, except for their fusion, that's it.
Yeah. Their fusion can basically just use both the Hyper form and, Zensho's form.
Which actually makes them extremely overpowered if you ask me.
Yeah, considering the fact that it kind of makes us like, you'll build up a crap ton of energy quickly with that transformation.
Yeah, considering the fact that in that form, they already have the Hyper transformation, which is between
Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue.
And the resurrection as time skip is between those two powers.
Yeah.
And since the fusion by itself is already stronger, it's easily surpassed that probably until Xenoverse 7.
Hyper, which one does the earrings do, like by multiplier? Is it multiplied by the both bodies, or is that the dance one?
Honestly, I kind of forget. All I know is that all I basically remember about that is I think whoever is physically stronger is the body part, and whoever is smarter like mentally and stuff
yeah, they get that personality. But I know that I think it's where, well, let's just say that the dance is the one that does the multiplier by the body, or whichever one it is. It doesn't really matter. I don't care. We'll just say that with that type of the fusion, they can hold up to the 9th form. Like, say if they don't do it without the Hyper form, because that's more drainage and crap.
Yeah.
They could probably hold it up to about for anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes.
Yes. And then I would say their fusion would you want to put what part would you want to put the fusion at by itself for like base power?
Well, I don't think we could take on Vegito Blue, but
no, definitely not. Hell no. Vegito Blue will basically make us look like babies.
Yeah, considering the fact he also has that Kaioken Blue in his arsenal. So if we could land some damage on him.
Vegito Blue and Merza Moss would absolutely just destroy us in a fight.
Yeah, and I can't wait till we get those moves. And also, if I have to bet, we're gonna get that DLC on June 27th.
Hopefully. Let's just chill in here and talk about it now. We can get our scissors.
I wish I had computer iMovie, because then I could probably add in like a video onto that TV screen and make it look like we're watching TV.
So, anyway, now, since we basically covered everything, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. Would you be interested in joining me tomorrow with another video discussion, Hyper?
Yeah, I will.
Like, cause tomorrow I think we'll do Nisoken and comic, cause like they're the next two that have like details and stuff.
No, I think we want to do Nisoken and the evil Hyper or Nisoken
Um,
and comic universe?
well, let's do comic and what's another character that you have that's in the series?
Oh, I forgot his name. My one freezer race. You know what I'm talking about?
Shivrease?
Yeah, Shivrease, the one from the beta.
Which universe did we have him in? Eight?
Honestly, I forget. We'll try to remember it later. Probably. We'll most likely remember it later. I think it was 8 though.
Actually, yeah, and Black Ice. Oh yeah, let's give him like one little quick thing about Black Ice. Wasn't he kind of like, you know, the dickhead? He was being a jerk for both our universes.
Yeah, but the thing is about him though, he did come from. See, Zeno does exist in our universe, like in our whole timeline. So he does exist. So honestly, Black Ice is actually from a universe. His universe was destroyed when Zeno destroyed all those universes.
Yeah,
If I'm correct, right?
Yeah, Black Ice or Nizukin? I can't remember which. Let's just say it was
Black
Black
Ice
Ice.
and
I don't
Nisoken,
care
they're
anymore.
both from
Black Ice
they
was
both
part of
exist.
universe. Let's say 13.
And Nisoken was part of like 15, I think.
Yeah, and they basically, before Zeno got on his tantrum to destroy those universes, they kind of fled to those universes. Actually, no,
Yeah, so they
Nizukin
actually
wound up
got
in
lucky.
comics universe. Which one would that be? Since comic is a leader, so you know he's gonna have to be stronger than the guys, at least by a little bit. We'll say he's just from universe 10.
And well, didn't Nisoken go there? Universe 10?
Yeah, we'll say that's where he
Nisoken
wound up,
went to the
and
universe,
Black Eyes wound up in
and
like in between 4 and 5.
yeah. And of course, you know, eventually Nisoken did find a way to get to Hyper's universe. I think he probably snuck on. Like
We
he
could
probably
just try and
snuck in
explain
left.
as much as we can right now, and then just whatever we have left over.
Or we could save it for the next video. It's like,
Yeah. We'll just cover
yeah,
like slight bits of facts of Nizukin and Black Ice, and then we'll just end it.
Nisoken basically he left Universe 10 and went to Universe 5.
Yeah, yeah, and he found Black Ice. Black Ice was actually a good guy. He kind of had like an alternate personality type of shit going on that made him evil, and Nizukin basically fucked up the good one and made it go full on bad personality.
And he also stole the clone of Hyper for just in case Hyper wanted to clone
Yeah, well, we already
himself.
covered that part.
Yeah. And maybe one day you should like just do a whole video explaining Black Ice's backstory since that's pretty long.
Yeah, it is pretty long. I'm gonna have to actually come up with a whole new one since I kind of made that like. Remember back in Xenoverse 1, I was kind of like a beta guy at making up backstories and stuff. I kind of just made it with like some kind of alternate timeline with like, you know, the good guys didn't exist, but all the people of universe. Which one is Goku's universe? 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 6. Like, you know, I kind of made like an alternate timeline where all the good guys didn't really exist, but all the bad guys did.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So I'll try and come up with something new for him. Because I don't really want Universe 6 and 7's, like, you know, main cast of Dragon Ball to be in this. Otherwise, they'll just say something like, oh, I didn't comic recruit Goku for this.
Yeah, so in our thing, like it's not just like we're a whole universe, we're like another multiverse on top of that.
We're like a multiverse. Otherwise, everybody would be just stationed in one universe.
Yeah, like pretty much we'll be trying to recruit like Hit and everything. Like that'll just be.
No, we're not recruiting Hit. Are you crazy? No. No, there will be no Goku, Hit, all those guys. They will not be in this.
Exactly. I'm saying like if we were just another universe.
We'll have guys that are similar to like that. Like, you know, Kaiju, he was supposed to be kind of like our Hit, but instead of being an assassin, he's a mercenary type of guy. You know, guns, blades, all that.
Yeah. But yeah, we covered everything now. I think we should end it.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, Hyper, here.
Wait, first, we gotta do one of our daily rival competitions.
Oh, you wanna go, bro?
We will do a fierce battle of rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Wait, no, not yet, actually. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, ready?
Ready. Rock, paper, scissors. Yay! It kind of looks weird, like we're stuck together. Now it just looks like I'm grabbing your dick. Nope, I'm out. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, bye. This guy's really gay.
You're gonna get right.
No.